Beautiful people, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to almost everything from life at home. I am Doc Waller.
I'm Abby Humphreys.
And before we get started, Abby just said it feels like it's been forever, and it does feel like it's been forever since we've been here. I want to say this podcast is going to be its best when we have listeners. Oh, look at that microphone. Look at that. See that? It's going to be the best when Doc turns off his phone.
We got to go in D&D.
We got to go in D&D. Do not disturb. This podcast is going to be its best when we have our listeners sending in questions. And normally I say this at the end of the podcast, which is probably not helping. So I'm going to say it now. We want you guys to send in your voice notes. Go to our Instagram. Send us a DM. All you got to do is like you're sending a message and then record a little voice note and ask us a question about life. It can be about relationships, business, ambition, professionalism, friends, art, body, wellness. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we are a wellness company and get back to workouts and things like that. So whatever it is, send us a voice note via Instagram DM because it's the best way to do it. We will play it on the show and we will answer it on the show. If you just want to record it and send it to hello@lifeathome.com as a file, we'll get that too. So that's the bet. Like, we are dreaming where this is a podcast where we only have to come up with one topic.
Right.
And the rest of the show, we're just answering audience members' questions. That is a absolute dream, and we're going to get there, but we need your help to do it. So we want you guys to hit the record button and be a part of the show. Be like our not artificial honorary. I was artificial. Be our artificial host. Be our honorary host. So it has been a while. This is our check-in. This is not our only check-in of the show, but this is a check-in. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How's Abby's mind, body, head, heart? How are you doing? You look golden brown, by the way.
I'm doing amazing.
Okay.
Because I've been at the beach pretty much the whole time.
Okay.
I've been gone.
Since the last time. Tell me what beach?
So I can't remember if we...
that good? You can't remember?
When did we record? I'm trying to remember, because I went to 2 different beaches.
Oh. You didn't go to a beach before we recorded last time.
So it's been, so I went to the Outer Banks. The first time. And then I went to Sunset, Ocean Isle Beach with my family.
What is this? Where is the second one?
It is kind of near Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
But it's 30 minutes north of Myrtle Beach, maybe south. I'm not sure.
I'm starting to realize / think that most people in the Greenville, Charlotte, what's the other South Carolina?
Charleston?
No, in between Columbia.
Oh, Columbia.
All head out East Coast into the Outer Banks, Charleston area. To me, if I had to pick, I'm going straight down to Destin, Florida.
Yeah.
That's my
for a beach.
100%.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
Yeah. Do you like the beach? Are you a beach person?
That's funny you should say that.
Because you went to Charleston. I haven't seen you since you went to Charleston.
That's right. I went to Charleston. So my girlfriend is a massive beach person. She is there now.
I knew I liked her.
She is a massive beach person. So she's in Massachusetts right now.
Where?
It's called she's gonna kill me.
That you don't know.
That I don't know. But it's literally this roped off designated beach area with a security guard, and you have to drive out to this island. She sending me this picture of this massive road with this lighthouse, very Nantucket-ish kind of a place. Yeah, and
makes me sick.
The past week, she's just been sending me images of her and her family and 4th of July. When I say, so my favorite picture of her is when we went out to Charleston. And we went out to Charleston and we kind of what's the word? Not solidified, but locked in officially, there's got to be a better word for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Solidified the fact that we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah,
I'm 44 years old, and I'm saying like we boyfriend girlfriend. It feels so freaking weird.
Wait, I need to think. It's like you. I'm not going to say consummated, but like that type of like a like what is it?
Not matriculated.
There's a word.
Solidified.
Christened.
No, christened is like when you hit a boat with a bottle of champagne, something like that. We christen the relationship. Yeah. And so these people out there, oh my God, we get the point. Just go to the next.
Yeah.
And so that's my favorite photo. I took a photo of her, and that's my favorite photo. And she, for my birthday, she printed it off and put it in and so it's sitting on my dresser. It's when I say this girl is a beach girl, it's like. Not even. She's a beach girl that's like falling in love with Greenville. Yeah. Kind of a thing, right? But she's out there. She's going to be there for like the next like 3 or 4 weeks. But
I understand though. Like I've always felt like very, very connected when I'm at the beach. Like just it's always been like a very spiritual place for me, like from a young age. Like I've always just felt, I don't know, like the magic of it has never gone away from me. And just like being, especially now that I'm older, like I used to be kind of afraid of the water, and I like wouldn't really get in the water much. And I would just kind of like look for seashells and like stay more in the sand. Mm-hmm. But recently I've been like really into like straight up swimming in the ocean for like a long time. Yeah. And so like.
And now is this because the just how great it feels, or it's just like I'm doing something that I used to be scared of, I'm getting over it at the moment?
Yeah, like I think so whenever we were in California last year, it was the first time that I was like in water for swimming in water that I could see my feet. Like the water was so clear. And so it kind of like helped me get over the fear of like animals. And so then when I was in the Outer Banks, the water was really clear as well. And I was talking to my friend about it who was with me, and she said that she was telling her friend that the water was super clear, which is like, for a North Carolina beach, that's a little rare. Like the water is usually pretty murky or not clear.
Swamp. I'm reading what's it?
Where the crawdads sing? You're reading that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I've actually never read that book.
Abby, it's so good.
I've seen the movie, but yeah.
Okay, so I haven't seen the movie.
That's like one of the rare times where I've seen the movie and I haven't read the book.
Yeah, right, exactly right.
But yes, I've heard amazing things. It's
So that's what the North Carolina. It's that kind of area.
Yes, and like I mean, the beaches are beautiful, but like the water is just historically not super clear. But for some reason this year, there's like something with the ecosystems where like the water is a little clearer than usual, and the Outer Banks was truly like crystal clear turquoise water. It was gorgeous.
Wow.
And it was also just like so cold and crisp. It was amazing. And then even at sunset, the water was more clear than usual. So anyway, it's helped a lot that I can like kind of see what's going on under the water, and it's just been lovely just to swim and like.
Okay, so how far are we talking? Because no, ma'am. I mean,
like how deep am I getting in the water?
Yeah, how far are we?
Like up to my neck.
Okay. All right. And so
as long as I can touch. I'm not getting to the point where I like can't touch.
Yeah.
But like almost like to the point where I like almost can't touch.
You know, the funny thing is like what I think about at the moment, because and I've heard about this. I don't know why it's been coming across my timeline as of late. Maybe because it's swimming time, but riptide, whatever that is.
Yeah, like an undercurrent.
I know it's a thing out there.
Yeah.
I don't specifically. I need to like study more so I can understand specifically. I need to wrap my head around what that is, because at the moment that is more scary to me.
Yes.
Than Moby Dick out there.
So you can tell, like whenever you're in the water, you can tell if there's an undercurrent. Like you can feel it, and especially where we were right by the pier, and so they have like usually the lifeguards will have flags, and it'll be like green, yellow, or red. And if it's red, then like you probably don't even want to be getting in the water because the current is so intense. But yellow and then obviously green, you're fine. But my friend does like diving trips, and every year she goes to Mexico with her family and does like a really intense diving trip. And I was talking to her yesterday, and I asked her if if she ever had like a scary experience. Because I mean, she swims with sharks, like she sees all types of wildlife. And I was like, have you ever had, I mean, she's been going for years. I was like, have you ever had a scary moment? And she said that the scariest moment was they were doing a night dive, and
no, ma'am.
There was
no, thank you.
And there was a undercurrent, like a, and so much to the point where like they kind of like lost each other, and like it was dark and they like couldn't see what was going on. And so it had nothing to do with, like, I was expecting her to say that she, had a close call with the shark or something, but no, it was the current.
It was the mental. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And just like, it's because it's very disorienting. Like,
yes.
And even if you're experienced, like you can't control that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. I'm too much of a control. My mental stability is probably, or my emotional stability is tied to my ability to control my surroundings.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even want to go to like name a fucking festival.
Yeah.
Like
Coachella.
name a festival. Yeah, like no, absolutely
That's not your
that.
scene.
No, because I can't. No, you ever see the videos where the husband and wife are walking through the airport, and it's a voiceover of what's going on in the girl's mind, and it's very stereotypical. It's like, welcome away downtown, and then the husband's like, there's 3 guys over there, the door's over here, I can make an exit. Why is he looking at my wife like that? That kind of thing. Like, I'm that kind of a control. So if it gets to where I'm underwater and I don't know, like I'm now in a location that I didn't actually
want
swim
to be in,
my body will just give up. My body will say, stop. This is way too scary for me.
Yes. I totally get that.
Okay. Now, so since we are in the South, I don't know if you guys know this, but I probably mentioned this a couple times. We are currently recording in the Charlotte area. I live in the Greenville, South Carolina area. The heat.
Oh gosh, it's been bad.
I'm trying not to be stereotypical person. I'm trying not to be the, working hard or hardly working kind of a thing with the heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, what are the positive things going on with the heat right now? Waking up at 4:30 in the morning to go for a run.
It's not as hot.
It's great. You see more people kind of getting out early because they want to try to beat it, whatever. But like, there's something about getting in a car at 1:30 p.m. in the South, if you have like leather seats, or just like the mugginess, or this like walking and just like ruining your clothes, and you like it's getting hot, but you have to wear an undershirt. But it's just so many things going on in my head. So I want to ask, are you the type of person that in the winter is a summer person and in the summer is a winter person, or do you have it? Do you know? Oh, the mic came out.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm always a summer person, even in the heat. Like, there was like one time when we were at the beach where I complained about the heat. Okay. But like every single time in the winter, I'm like, I will never complain about it being hot, because the whole reason we started having this conversation is because you asked how I was, and I said I'm amazing, like I'm great because I've been in the sun, like that truly. Yeah. That is like it's like my personality is back. Like I feel invigorated from the inside out. Like if I can be in the sun, everything's good.
You got a little chocolate tan over there.
Yeah, I get dark. I get really dark. Yeah. Okay, well, but no one in my family does, other than my mom, and so it's so funny. We're like on the beach, and it's like my whole family is like, scrolls. It's just like everybody's like so pasty, and then it's just me, and it's like it's so funny. Like I don't know why, but it's great.
I am.
But it's like 105 degrees outside, so that's insane.
I got it. Okay, so are you recognizing we've been Southerners our whole life. Yeah. Is it getting hotter? Like I don't
know. Like people say it is.
I don't know.
I just feel like we're surprised every year that
Yeah,
it's
see,
hot.
that's-
Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think like I don't think it's I mean, I believe in global warming, don't get me wrong.
100%. Me
Like
too.
that's real
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Climate change, yes.
And like maybe incrementally it's getting hotter, but like I remember being
this
I
hot
remember
before.
yeah.
Yeah. This is not brand new for
Right.
the South. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, we're trying to survive down here, y'all. We don't know where you guys are listening from, but we are all
thankful for air
black as
conditioning.
hell down here. We're all getting burnt. We're all trying to survive. What's your hydration mentality? What's your mentality around drinking water? The
I was just about to ask you that.
great thing about this is for people that can't see at home. I have my
Mega.
This is 64 ounces. This is half a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
I am at a point where I am getting half of this by 10 a.m.
That's great.
By 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
Abby. And so I'm a gallon by 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And if I work out in the morning, I'm probably pushing like a gallon and a half a day.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
that is so good, and there is so much, y'all. And we're gonna talk about vitamins towards the almost nothing part. You know what I mean? And so we'll give you guys some suggestions on some things, but I cannot stress enough how important it is to just hydrate and actually do it in a way that it's actually conscious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so you know, sometimes my girlfriend is such a food quality conscious individual, but then, you know, we'll be talking. She's like, I just don't feel. I was like, how much water did you drink? She'll go, it's such a easy thing for people to skip over and not pay attention to because it's just kind of like right there. And it's also a task.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
My thing is like, I know that like it's a joke now to have like an emotional support water bottle, but like,
yeah.
If I don't have this thing, like, also I've been really into drinking like cold water. Like I drink water with ice now in my hydro flask. And like Caleb doesn't have like an emotional support water bottle. Like I have people in my life that don't have emotional support water bottles, and I know they're not drinking enough water.
Yeah.
And because it's like same thing. Like
there's no way.
My brother will be like, oh, I don't feel good. And I'm like,
yeah.
Like okay, you're maybe drinking, like you'll chug like a glass of water, but like you said, it's not intentional. It's not sustainable. Like you need to be consciously knowing how many times you've refilled your water bottle, seeing how many ounces you're drinking.
Yeah.
And just like being aware of how you feel after, you know, like.
And you have to do it to a point, because when you said the whole chugging a glass of water, it's at 2 p.m. when their head starts to hurt.
Yes.
And they do it and they're just like, okay, well, I got my glass of water.
Yeah.
You're already behind the curve.
Yes.
You're trying to catch up. What are you talking about? It has to be muscle memory to when I drink my water, it's rarely because, oh, I'm thirsty. It's because my body is like, you should be drinking again now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Only because I'm hydrating. It's not because, oh, I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
My body is it's almost like when
it's like an instinct.
You know how you'll do a stand-up desk? You're sitting in your desk and it's like, wait,
it's
I need
to stand.
It's time to stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Your body is it's like it's
a
time
signal.
to drink. 100%.
Yeah.
It's rhythm, it's muscle memory, it's that kind of thing.
And I can tell that I'm probably still not drinking enough water because I'm drinking a lot, but I'm not going to the bathroom. Like I'm not peeing as much, which is why that is the most annoying thing for me is I'm like, I love drinking water. I love being hydrated, but like, oh my God, it's such a chore to like, especially when I'm working and I'm like in a zone and then like, I'm like drinking my water. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh my God, I have to go pee.
I kind of like that though.
I don't. It gets me out of my flow.
Because it gets me up. And it gives me steps.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
It's that kind of little break,
yes.
that kind of thing. It's like, well, you know, it's almost like what's the positive version of a double-edged sword?
Yes,
you know what I mean? That kind
that's
of thing.
True.
So
killing two birds with one stone.
100%.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah. We'll figure out the word for the other thing later. Okay, so speaking of muscle memory, I have a little I have a little thing before we get into our questions.
Okay.
Our greatest questions on the planet, which I really didn't even think about today. So normally
Oh, you didn't think about your answers?
I didn't think about my answers, so it's gonna be very off the cuff, which is great.
I love that.
Muscle memory. I laughed this morning because I recognized, it popped into my head over the past couple of like weeks, 2 to 3 weeks maybe. There are microseconds where I forget my girlfriend's name because I keep calling her babe.
Oh.
And baby. Like it's literally.
Yeah.
And
like you don't say her name.
Yeah. And so you say her name you have to go and say the name to somebody, or you're having a conversation and you want this is not her name. I told her I would stop saying her name. But this you want to say Susan, you want to say that.
Yeah.
But you have to like kind of like remember it for a second. I laughed. I told her that this morning. I laughed and I was like, I have to admit that. I even put it on Threads, and a couple of people were like, yep, that's that kind of thing.
That's so funny.
Because it's since we kind of officiated, we're gonna fucking find that word. Since we consummated our relationship, it's just been babe, baby. She goes honey every now and then.
What does she call you?
Baby, honey. She goes honey. She goes, I don't do honey, but she.
Okay, so this brings up an interesting point.
Okay.
I have like a problem.
Oh, gosh.
Not with other people.
Okay.
I think it's sweet. Like other people saying it, it's totally fine. For me, I've never been able to call my partner anything but their name.
You are lying.
No, I literally, like, I don't know how, like, I've tried.
You?
Yes. I've tried to, like, I've always had a hard time with, like, nicknames. It just doesn't flow naturally for me.
You say Caleb all the time.
Yes. I never call him anything but his name.
What?
Yes. And he doesn't ever call me by my name. And it's
okay. And
it's actually,
where is he from? Is he from here? Is he from North Carolina?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. He grew up in North Carolina, but like he's born in Georgia. But like he calls me Pookie. And he has from the very beginning, even before like the whole, I don't know if you've seen like the Pookie guy on Instagram.
No.
So a couple years ago, there was this guy, and he's like this really, really Southern guy, and he had this like drop dead gorgeous wife or girlfriend, and they became like an Instagram couple, and he would call her Pookie, and it was like this whole thing.
Okay.
But Caleb actually called me that like before they became a thing. Anyway, and so he'll call me a variety, like all of those things, you know, babe, Pookie, whatever.
Right.
And like sometimes whenever he says my actual name, I'll be like, and I'll literally be like, don't call me that. Like
because
it sounds
because you're used to, and are you then comforted by the nicknames now?
Yes. And then it seems almost like when he calls me my name, it almost sounds like
you're in trouble.
Yeah. It sounds like impersonal because I'm like, why are you calling me that?
When your parents go, Daniel Norman Waller.
Yes. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And so that's your middle name?
Stop.
That's cute.
I've never said that.
No.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so I call him Caleb. I don't call him anything else. And then I don't really even like when he calls me Abby. I don't know.
That is so interesting. I would not have ever
like pegged me for someone.
You for somebody
I can't do nicknames. My hometown friends that I have been with all weekend, those are the only girls that I am comfortable calling them by their nickname, because we all call each other nicknames, and all of the names are like lend themselves really well to. We have Carly, so we call her Carls.
Okay. Yeah,
and then we have Shelby, so we call her Shell.
Okay.
And then Zoe, so we call her Zoe.
Okay.
And like we all call each other, and then like Abs. So it's like super easy, and I feel comfortable, and it does kind of roll off. But sometimes still, I'll be like, I don't know. Yeah. Like it just feels a little forced.
But those are different. Those are like shortened. Yeah. And not like nicknames.
Not like totally different names. Yeah. You'll never catch me saying babe.
Well, since we could not get you to admit to that, I designed a little game.
Okay.
Off of the fact that I had to admit that every now and then I forget my girlfriend's
That's hilarious.
name. This is called Admit It. I just want I'm gonna run down a few things,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say admit it. I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna say me, not me. Oh, that's me, not me.
Okay.
Okay. Admit it. You have fully memorized the specific heavy footstep pattern of your partner, roommate, or coworker walking down the hall, so you can instantly adjust your behavior or close the screen before they walk into the room.
Can I say like sometimes?
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Admit it. You have purposely waited inside your parked car or bathroom stall an extra 4 minutes just to avoid making awkward eye contact or small talk with a neighbor or coworker you can see through the window.
For sure. That's me. Yeah.
That's you? Okay. Admit it. You have manually typed ha 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 or OMG crying in a text response while sitting in a total dead-eyed, stone-faced silence in real life.
100%. All the time.
Okay.
And in that situation, sometimes it's hard because when I actually am like really laughing at a text or something, it's like I want to be able to convey that I'm actually,
Yeah.
But it's like Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. You have opened an app on your phone, closed it out of boredom, and then immediately reopened the exact same app 2 seconds later because your thumb has a mind of its own.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Admit it. You have purposely turned down the volume of your car radio or paused your podcast when you were lost or trying to parallel park because your brain convinced you that you couldn't see the road as well with the noise on.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that.
100%.
Yeah.
Admit it. You have rewatched your own Instagram story or reread your own public text post multiple times from the hypothetical perspective of your followers just to see how cool or funny you sound. 100%.
I actually I was like making a meme for a client the other day, and it was about that because I was like, I know people are going to relate to this. Like, it was basically like me, like, and then my own Instagram story, like looking at it kind of like over and over again.
100%. That's funny. I saw Killer Brownie in Publix the other day, and I was like, I'm about to make a social thing, and I'm gonna send it to her. But there was so many people around.
Yeah,
I was gonna be like, okay, I can do this. I'm gonna save her like one. I was gonna send it. If I see it again, I might just do it.
My gosh,
I had a good idea for it. Admit it. You have practiced a completely hypothetical argument in the shower with someone who isn't even mad at you, delivering absolute lyrical masterclasses of comebacks for a scenario that will never happen. That's not me.
Yeah.
But I always rehearse mentally in my head every conversation that I know I'm going to have.
Yeah.
I never have, especially like an important conversation. Mm-hmm. I am always going over conversations
prepared
in my head. Always.
Yeah.
And it's not so much like because this is going to be a tensed argument that I think I'm going to have.
Yeah.
I am literally, like, even today, sometimes I just go over things that I might say to Ab or
yeah.
It's just constant. I'm always in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's me as much.
Nope.
I don't know.
All right, let me see if I can get one more. Admit it. You have walked into a room with absolute determination, stood in the center of the floor, completely forgot why you came in there, and had to walk backward to your original spot to reset your memory.
Yes. Well, what that happens, and that's kind of the annoying thing, call back to having to go to the bathroom when you drink a lot of water. That'll happen to me sometimes. Like, I'll get up and I'll like go to the bathroom, and then I get like so distracted by like something else.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I forget that I need to go back and start working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you're like, where was I before I had to do this?
I'll like go out there, and then I'll like see the cats, and I'll like pick them up because they look cute. And then I'll be like, oh, I should like unload the dishwasher. And then I'm like,
I was
30
in the middle
later,
of an email that should have been sent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last one. Admit it. You've checked the refrigerator, walked away disappointed because there was nothing good to eat, and returned 5 minutes later hoping that the new magical snacks had somehow materialized in the dark.
Oh yeah, totally.
What is that with us?
Yeah.
It's just like there's a comfort in
opening
up the refrigerator and looking in.
Yeah. And sometimes you do, maybe you'll get inspired
to do something with the things that are in
with
it.
the ingredients.
Because you're looking for something that you can just actually grab and eat, as opposed to
yes.
There's 7 things in there that I know I can do something with, but I'm just lazy. I don't want to do it.
My pantry and fridge are notorious for not having things that you can quickly eat. We're an ingredient household.
And why is that?
Because it's usually healthier that way.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, y'all. It is time for the greatest questions in the world. We ask each other these questions so we can get an update, get a quick refresher on what we've been going through the past week or two since we last recorded. And hopefully you guys get a chance to ask yourself these questions. You write them down. You ask your friend, your partner, your coworker these questions, because they are the greatest questions in the world. And if there's a conversation that sparks from them, then we're going to have a combo. So I'll ask Abby first this time, so that
since you're not prepared,
since I'm not prepared, which is not a bad thing.
You're
prepared.
For these questions. Yeah, you don't gotta be.
What's the one thought or question that's been on a loop in your head all week that you're finally ready to put down? Pass or that? By the way, y'all, we smash or pass.
Smash or pass.
Okay, that's a.
Is it a bug?
No, it's not. Abby just said, "Is that a bug?" No, it was a little fluff. It was
fluff, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass that one.
Okay, what's the one thing you did this week purely because you wanted to, not because it was on a to-do list or part of the ambition plan?
That was my whole week because I was on vacation.
There you go.
But I'll pass.
Was there a moment this week where you felt truly seen by a stranger, a friend, or even yourself? What was the context?
I'm going to pass, but I might come back to that.
Okay. What's one decision, big or small, that you've been circling this week but haven't quite landed the plane on yet? What's buzzing in your head?
Pass.
Okay. What did the world teach you this week that you weren't necessarily looking to learn?
Pass.
Who sparked the most joy or the most interesting challenge in your world over the last 7 days?
I'm going to smash that one.
Smashing.
Okay, so I'm going to answer sparked the most joy.
Okay.
So this past weekend, for 4th of July and then the day before, I had a reunion with my high school girlfriends.
Uh-huh.
And so growing up, one of my friends, Shelby, her parents have this beautiful house on the lake.
Mm-hmm. And
it truly is I'd be hard pressed to find someone that would look at that house and say that that's not their dream home. It's just
well made, tasteful,
everything. It has everything.
Is it on sticks beach house or it's foundation beach house?
It's in a cove of Lake Norman, and
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's they have a huge yard.
I said beach house. It's lake.
Yeah, a lake.
Got it.
Huge yard. They have a dock, wraparound porch. They just added a little addition to a little, it's kind of like a pool house, but it's attached, beautiful, floor to ceiling windows, just, cool layout.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the house that we grew up going to every weekend, especially in the summer. Her dad would take us out on the boat, and it was just a dream always. And I just have so many good memories there.
Mm-hmm.
And even throughout college, and anytime we would come home, that was just a house that we would kind of commune at.
Yeah.
And just has so much nostalgia for us. And it's been a while since we've, all kind of been together because everyone lives far away. One of our friends lives in California, and then our other friend lives in DC. And so we don't always all get to be together.
Was this scheduled, or you guys just...
It was scheduled. Okay. And literally they came, my friend came down from California just for the weekend for this.
That's awesome.
And it was, we kept having a lot of full circle moments. So my friend Shelby, it's her parents' house, and she has a 1-year-old, and it was her birthday on the 3rd. So that was another one of the reasons that everyone came down. And last night, so we were all there, and my friend's Shelby, her old, her childhood bedroom was kind of a lofted room. Mm-hmm. And we would all just always crash in that room. And last night we all and they've turned that room into the baby's nursery for whenever she goes she goes home and like hangs out with her family, and the baby stays there. And so last night we all like went up and like did bath time with the 1-year-old in the like tiny little bathroom, and like we're all just like crammed in there watching Shelby give her baby a bath. And like that was the bathroom that we would like get off the lake and like go shower in, and then like come down and like the room was set up very similarly, but like, and then we're like reading books to the baby, and we're all just like, we're like laying on the floor still, like kind of watching each other like read the books to Caroline the baby. And like you couldn't help but just be like, oh my gosh, like
you know what you guys were doing?
What?
Time traveling.
Yes, that's literally what it felt like. Like I'm laying here in the same place that I've laid, have so many memories here, but I'm like watching my childhood best friend like read, like it was just so, oh my gosh, just like so many like deep, like a deep well of emotion.
Life was like,
yes,
grabbed you by the shoulders. Yes. Like, are you paying attention to this? This is one of those moments.
Yes.
It's like where it just starts to kind of like layer.
Fold in on itself. Yeah, yes, totally.
Did anybody like cry in that moment?
No, but like you could tell we were all just kind of like, we were like feeling it.
Is everybody seeing what's going on here? Yeah, yeah.
And it's also funny because all of our moms are very like sentimental, and we'll like the night before, whenever we were at the birthday party, they kept saying that we were just like a unit, and they like couldn't pull us apart. Like there were other people there at the party that I know, like I knew almost everyone there, but it was almost like I don't want to talk to you guys. Like I need to be in my like it's like this sacred little group that we have. Yeah. And like we know that we only have so much time this weekend, so we like really wanted to just like savor every single moment. Yeah. And people were kind of noticing it, and we even talked about it yesterday. I was like, I know I was being antisocial to all those other people that I knew, but I was like, I couldn't do the small talk. Like I needed to just be with you guys.
My girl came out from California. This is not time. Yeah.
Yeah. Like sorry, but I have priorities now. So yeah, it was just like a very wholesome, like sweet, joyful weekend. So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's really cool. I'm trying to, that's more than awesome. That is like humanly satisfying.
Yeah. That's like, it's just like what life's all about.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to make sure that I don't do the pizza responses. Yeah. Were you the one that told me about that?
Anna, that's an Anna thing. Okay. That's a good one though. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That was a great one. Let me see if I can get my mind ready to answer honestly.
I'm going to go in a random order.
Yeah, go in random. That works.
Okay. What is one decision, big or small, that you've been circling this week but haven't quite landed the plane on yet?
Haven't quite landed the plane on? I land my planes pretty damn easily. I'm a good plane lander.
You don't got any planes in the air?
I don't think I have any planes in the air. No, pass.
Okay. What's one thing you did this week purely because you wanted to, not because it was on a to-do list or part of the ambition plan?
I'll pass.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Was there a moment this week where you felt truly seen by a stranger, friend, or even yourself? What was the context?
Okay, maybe I'll smash this one. I'll smash this one because not necessarily like truly seen, but sometimes. So I work this other job. I work this other job that's like helping me fund life at home. I'm helping me fund life at home, and there are previous jobs. Like I haven't worked a lot outside of like the military and like the theater, right? For a very long time, I've just worked for myself, like my companies, freelance, building my own things. So there hasn't been a lot of like other companies that I've worked for. But while I have worked at these different companies over the past maybe like eight or 9 years, it's always like Doc's not going to follow y'all back on social. You can follow him for all he wants. And there's like a couple jobs ago, there was like one girl in the entire company because I was like my homegirl. I've told you about her, right? And Doc, why aren't you? It's like Doc, why don't you follow me? Or I might follow one person. Yo, Doc, follow me back because it's just kind of a running joke or whatever, right? But
it's like it's the same thing as like whenever you move into a house and you're like, I'm not going to hang a picture on the wall.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not like putting much stake in this.
Okay. Yes, like a temporary house,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, 100%. But also, it's also just like I don't. My social is made for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Like I'm very intentional. I'm not having social just to have social. It's to build other things, whatever, right? And
it's different than what a lot of people use social media for.
100%, 100%. And that's essentially like the reason why I'm not. And so this most recent job that I'm at, like one of the, I won't say who it is, but a couple people follow, and they're watching some of like my workout videos or whatever. And so this other person had a birthday, and they were like, when a person has a birthday in this company, we just all get around and like someone brings a treat and we just fuck off. We fuck around. It's fun. It's funny. And the group has a lot of like really funny. I really enjoy working this job.
What's like the age group of these people?
Anywhere from maybe like 27 to 55, something like that. It's a wide range. It's a wide range, and I'm 44, so
you're
I'm
like
maybe
in the middle.
I'm maybe somewhere in the middle. Yeah. But also like big bro kind of vibes, right? And then one person who was kind of higher up, really higher up, is like, y'all, did y'all see Doc with the ball? It's like he had the ball and he was like doing the thing with the thing, and it was almost like magic. He was doing a magic. But she was like prefacing this, and she was like, y'all, you guys don't know what Doc is doing on his social. And I was like, maybe she's talking about some of the public speaking because she was
talking about a workout. Was it like a medicine ball?
No, there's like a little ball. Remember?
Did I not see this? Did you put this on your story?
Yeah, no, I put it on. It's on my actual account, y'all. I'm gonna show her here. You've seen this.
Oh, okay. I saw this, but I didn't know that you had a ball. When I tell you that my eyesight is like really bad, like
really?
It's like getting worse. And like Caleb makes fun of me all the time. Yeah, I saw this and I thought that you were just like, that's actually really cool.
You didn't know? Abby didn't know that I had a ball in my
I did not know. I thought that you were like just doing like, kind of like putting your hands there,
Got it. Okay. No. So that's funny because I actually took a picture of the ball. I'm going to turn it into a social post.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Got it.
Because we're slowly getting to where workouts are going to be a thing very soon here. So we're branching off again. But she was like, y'all. And so I'm thinking, she may have like saw the public speaking thing that I have like pinned or whatever. And she's like, he had this ball. I'm just like, oh my God. Really? You're going to bring this up? She's like, no. She's like, okay, wait. She runs into her office and grabs like a stress ball.
She's like, do it.
She's like, do it. And I'm just like, but the funny thing
You're like, this is why I don't.
But I think all of them know, yes, in a joking way, right? She's like, he's not going to follow you back, guys. It's such a funny, it's all very lighthearted. But I showed them how to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she thought that it was intentionally supposed to be kind of like a magic trick.
Yeah.
Because she's like, did you have like 2 balls in there? I was like, no. So I just showed you. So I was doing it.
It's probably really good. Like it's probably a good like basketball drill to help with dribbling.
But it's also just like hand-eye
body
coordination.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? I think we did talk about this on the last podcast. Coordination. At the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. And I think, so I went and did that after the last podcast because it was on my mind.
Because we talked about it.
Because we talked about it, right? And so,
and just like for men specifically, it's because you said play with your balls.
Yes, there we go. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So here we are. So it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
But so I did it in the office, and one of the people who takes care of her body, she goes, "That's not hard. That's not really hard." But she was doing it in a very joking way. But I took a moment while I was doing it, I took a moment to actually say why I was doing it.
Yeah.
And the people in the office were listening intentionally. And then someone else asked me a question about it. And so we had this like little 10-minute conversation about fitness and keep taking care of your body and things like that. So I thought that was really cool. And it's not so much that I necessarily felt seen, but it's like, I think people know that I take my wellness and my body seriously. So they were just like, well, let me listen to what he has to say about this. So it's cool that in the middle of like having a really jovial moment, they actually took some time to like actually listen. I thought that was really interesting. Yeah.
It's crazy how like in those settings, like corporate settings, whenever you're kind of around people that you wouldn't necessarily be around in other situations, like, you know, you're not like, no offense, but like, you're probably not, it's like, especially at work, you're like, I would not be hanging out with you guys if I wasn't like paid to be here.
Oh, I say that all the time.
Yeah.
but I say it in a consumable way.
Yeah. And it's like, it actually is interesting sometimes where I'm like, wow, we're all just like really living different lives here.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
like I remember.
Ooh, I gotta tell. Go ahead.
I remember one time I was talking to, it was a very similar situation where like, because people know that like wellness is a huge part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes friends or acquaintances will like, you know, almost like ask for advice or like ask a question about something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were asking like what I eat for breakfast or like what's a good thing to eat whenever you first wake up. And I said, you know, it's really important to eat protein like right when you wake up.
Yeah.
Just make sure that your breakfast has a lot of protein.
Right.
And like I want to be careful too because I don't want to seem like judgmental when I say this, but like I really do fear that it is common sense.
Yeah.
This girl was like, oh yeah, I got that covered. I have a banana every morning. She's like, you know, she's like,
stop it.
She thought that potassium and protein were the same thing. And she was like, yeah, like, you know, bananas have tons of protein. That's like the whole thing with bananas. And I was like, are you thinking about potassium? And she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, and it's not even from like a judgmental standpoint. I'm like, where did we go wrong? Where like a 30-year-old woman thinks that a banana is a protein source. Like we've lost the plot. Like
I think it's probably just because I don't know.
It's associated with like
health.
Running, like they give it to you after a 5K or something. And like, I mean, bananas are great. They have a lot of, they do have potassium, they have fiber, like they have good things, but they don't have protein. And it's not a protein source.
No.
And I was like,
it's the very opposite.
I was like, no, like maybe add some Greek yogurt and then it is a good breakfast. But like, that's just an example of like, sometimes I get so stuck in my own little bubble of like, you know, these are just things that are common sense to me that you know, you got to be eating more than a banana for breakfast, first of all.
This is why quality interactions and open-mindedness and like stepping outside of your comfort zones in regards to like who we like, not just preaching to the choir, is so valuable, because you have to understand how valuable and necessary what you know is, or what you do is. Because if you don't, it's just like no one's listening. Well, you're still tapping into like the smallest sample size.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
She's not the only one that thinks that, because she thinks cramping, positive for the body, healthy, it's on the food charts, got to be protein.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, it's just misinformation, or not even misinformation. It's just a lack of information. And like, you also never know what something you'll say will like resonate with somebody or stick with them. And it's funny because when I was at the beach with my friend, we were talking about whatever, and she was like, Abby, something that you said a long time ago, like I think about it all the time. And I was like, what did I say? And she said, she was like, you said that if you're ever in a bad mood, you just go outside and you eat a piece of fruit in the sun. And I was like, yeah, I guess I do that, but I didn't know that I ever said any. I didn't know that was like a thing that I said that I did.
Yeah.
And she was like, now I do that. Like when I'm in a bad mood, I pick up any type of fruit that I have in my kitchen and I go sit in the sun and I eat it, and I always feel better. And you gave me that advice, and I was like, I didn't even remember saying that. So like, just a reminder of like that things, your words have weight, and like that's why life at home is important, because you never know, just like a little tidbit of information could resonate with somebody and make their life better.
Funny. So funny you say that, because one, I love the fact that it just supports the idea of sharing. It supports the idea of expressing yourself and not keeping things
like the tiny delights and the recommendations that we do. Like that.
But also I'm really inspired to where, I'm very close to getting the studio to where it needs to be, to where we can just start working on the stuff that this podcast is so very important, but the stuff that just fills out what life at home is. It's so needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some things that I'm going to start working on via social media that starts to kind of like propel and get us, it's going to meet that. Right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's such a great, you just never, there's maybe like 4 or 5 big things that people have said in my life that I always roll back to. You just never know.
And you usually remember like who you heard it from.
Oh,
too.
100%.
Yeah.
Where I was, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of the world being incredibly large and realizing how big the world is and how different people are and how people can live in their own bubbles and not realize that the person standing next to you is literally living in a different world.
Yeah.
I listened to a podcast, and I'll say it on here because it's one of like the podcasts that I on Spotify I associated with almost everything, because it's one that inspired this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Armchair Expert.
Yeah.
And Armchair Expert with Dax and Monica, they have this other thing where it's called Armchair Anonymous, where people call in with these prompts. And so they have all these massive prompts, right? And one of the prompts was, I can't remember what. Oh, it was it was unauthorized evacuation or whatever, where they talk about like things coming out of a person.
Oh.
And yeah, it's a very popular prompt for them, and a lot of nurses call in. I promise you I'm getting somewhere.
Okay.
A lot of nurses call in and say, well, this is what we've seen. Because people call in and say, hey, I have something in me. Or they come into the thing and they're like, okay, so what is it? And the person doesn't want to say anything. And the doctor's like, I need you to be honest with me. And they take an x-ray and they realize, oh, this person, this guy's wife, it was on a trip. And so he decided to stick 3 bratwursts up his ass because he wanted to see how it felt, because he's been shunning that part of himself.
Oh my God.
That's a small example. Abby, that is such a small example.
A bratwurst?
No, one of them had like a part of a banister. Yeah, he was a woodworker.
That's scary.
Let me tell you. No. That is a small example. That's not the example of, I'm leading to something.
Okay.
There was a
Is that what we have to talk about in order to go viral?
This part of their podcast is so popular.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so popular because these are people that call in with these prompts, and these stories are so ridiculous. And it's literally showing you how different the world is.
Yeah.
One of the nurses called in and said, we had a person who had a mental issue and associated herself as a feline.
Okay.
And wanted to know what it was like to birth kittens.
Okay.
She put 3 live kittens up her thing and was walking around with them for a couple of weeks.
Shut up.
And
they died, obviously.
She died of sepsis.
What the hell? What the fuck?
Actually. Abby.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I don't know.
That's like some Grey's Anatomy shit.
No,
but like not even. Like that's like even weird. That's too weird for even Grey's Anatomy.
I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy in, I don't know, 2 decades, because it's been on for 2.5 decades.
Still going.
But that to me, it's just like, okay, see, this is why people have to listen. Because if we just go into the office and think that everybody, sometimes you have to.
But like, is that real? Like, I don't understand how that is even possible.
Abby, there are people. See, that's my point. That's my point. Some people say, well, I don't even know how this is possible. But when you really, if you look at, what's this new medical show that everybody's talking about that I haven't seen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's called...
It's the guy's a lead doctor.
Yeah, and it's called like...
Oh, man. The Pit.
The Pit.
The Pit, right? they have to get these stories from somewhere.
Yes. And that was like the Grey's, because I think I've heard The Pit is like a way more raw version of Grey's Anatomy.
I need to watch that. I might even watch that when I go home today, just to give myself. But like, they pull medical people to get on the writing team.
Yeah,
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just think the only reason I said this is because you talk about sometimes you be in an office and you realize, I may not hang out with this person in real life, but like you have to understand that. And this is kind of a scary thing. There are people who you associate. This is a massive building that I work in.
Yeah.
Massive building. I don't know how many people work in this building alone, 7 floors. You have to believe. And I don't know anybody that
right.
You have to believe one person in that building is doing
weird shit,
doing something that you would look at and be like, "What?
That's weird as hell."
Fuck?
Yes,
and then coming in the next morning, microwaving,
acting like nothing. Yeah, that's such a funny, and like this is really putting things into perspective for me, because now that I work for myself from home, like my circle is pretty small now, like in terms of who I interact with, and like. I worked with a bunch of like tech bros in my last job, and like there was this one man who like, and I have this tendency sometimes to like, for better or for worse, make people feel really comfortable with me, like telling me things. And sometimes it can backfire because like someone's telling me something and I'm like really not being judgmental and genuinely just like listening to them. And so sometimes if you're the only person that's ever done that with somebody, they like attach themselves to you.
Yeah.
So there was this man in my last job who like, he did it in a smart way. He was like asking me about kind of like my interest in yoga and like chakras and stuff. And then he used that as an avenue to talk about how he has the ability to like speak to the dead and like is
so he wanted to tell you this for a while.
Yes. He was looking for his in 100%. With me, and he was like, she's like, I think I can talk to her about this. And so because
he saw you with your yoga mat.
Literally. Yeah. He's like, oh, you just went to a yoga class on your lunch break?
Yeah.
You're my girl.
Yeah.
And so he would tell me about, it was called remote viewing. Have you heard of it? And basically it's where, and I'm not saying like, I believe that it's probably a legit thing. I really do. But like, I didn't want to hear about it when I'm like making a social media post and he's like standing behind me at my desk and just like completely unsolicited would just come up and just start telling me these like really intense stories about how like he would be laying in the bed with his girlfriend, and then his girlfriend's dead ex-husband would be like in the corner of the room looking at them. And I'm like just sitting there like it's 8 a.m. Like I can't, this is too much. And like, it got to the point where like so I went to lunch with him one time. Cause that was the other thing too, is like,
why?
Well, cause like we're at the office and it's like, they would always be like, everybody has a lunch break. Like, and I think the first time I was like nice and I was like, sure, I'll like go to the barbecue place down the road with you. And then he would like obviously loved going to lunch with me because I was listening to him. And then it became he was trying to go to lunch with me like on a weekly basis. And I was like, oh, but and that was another reason I just hated being in the office, because I just like felt so trapped. And I was like, oh my God, it was just so terrible.
So did you? I'm waiting for a moment where you had to tell him to leave you the fuck alone.
I think I finally.
How did he get the?
Well, we all got laid off, and it was great. So I was like, see you later.
You should have said, you didn't see this fucking coming. You see your girlfriend's ghost over there. Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah. Why didn't you see this coming?
That's so funny.
Yeah. So anyway,
remote view that.
Yeah. Yeah. But so like being.
Well. Go ahead.
Not being in an office really makes your world smaller.
100%. Yeah. Which is where a lot of people are going.
Yeah.
And which is why we have to have ways to reconnect.
Yes.
Build community. That's so funny because I'm building a new video that I'm sending out to a handful of investors that I think will help with like a bridge with what we're doing. And that's a large part of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like the digital communities, online communities are so necessary and valuable to us not losing the idea of real community.
Yes.
And these digital online communities like Life at Home need to start teaching people and preparing them to go back out into the real world. Not just, we don't want people to say, just live with life at home forever and stay online. It's like, no.
Take what you learn, put it in the world.
You'll be back, but get your ass out there.
Yes, and also just in terms of there being like safe spaces online, like positive communities so people can stop doing all that weird shit. Like get off those weird Reddit threads, get off these weird chat rooms.
It's
stop putting kittens up here. Like stop doing that weird ass shit. Like, I'm sorry, that's not okay.
It's getting worse, Abby. Like the first line is like it's getting artificial. It's becoming more algorithm driven, algorithms that like don't have our best interest at heart.
Exactly.
They're programmed by assholes. Yeah. Who just got popular. That's always a weird thing to where these founders are going to tell us that they know what's best for us, but they just started getting to a place where they feel confident about themselves. Like, what? I don't want you. Yeah. You know what I mean? The whole Mark Zuckerberg era, who's like, he just started being in the UFC, or just started learning. Like, that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to get into that, but these spaces are bad. They aren't teaching us what the great things about community are, and they aren't leading us to go get a walk. They aren't leading us to a run club. Yes. Life at home's differentiality is going to be where we have the best experience, but we're also showing you that the online is not the only thing. Yeah. We think you're going to be a better person when you go out into the world and experience, and this is just a compliment to that.
Yes. It's kind of like how like Hinge, the dating app, the tagline is, or I don't know if it is still, but it used to be like the app that was meant to be deleted. Yeah. Because they want you to find someone and delete the app. Yeah. Obviously we don't want you to delete the Life at Home app, but like the goal is almost to like, you're on it and then you literally log off of it.
100%.
Like that's the goal.
100%.
And you go and live your life.
You said something, I can't remember. You said something about scary, or a second ago you were telling me about the guy or something like that. It reminded me about your owl story.
Oh yeah.
So.
Do I have a story for you, by the way, for probably next episode?
Okay, wait. Abby, I laugh my ass off. I wake up early to go run.
You saw an owl.
No. I wake up early to go run. And I think it was, as a matter of fact, it was the day of the ball exercise, because I went out to Unity Park. And I have my phone with me. In the morning, I wake up and I do my meditation. So I have a meditation app that plays all these different sounds. So I put my earbuds in, right? And I do my crossword. I do my breathing. And I wake up, I do my breathing with the meditation app, and then I do my crossword while I still have the meditation app. But I have like a fan, and I have like these like meditation tones, and I have like rivers and storms and things like that. Then I turn it off and I go out. I grab like my jump rope and all this kind of stuff, and I still have my earbuds in, and I close the door to my place, and I'm walking outside, and it's pitch black. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I make a mistake because my meditation app, my sound app is still on, and I play this sound. Hold on, wait, people at home, this is what I play, but it's in my earbuds.
But you didn't know.
No.
You thought that it was the real.
I thought it was why is it not playing? Hold on. Oh, it's just playing it once. I don't know why it's playing it once.
It was over and over again. Hooting.
Yes. And it was like, whoo, like, whoo, like.
You're like, oh my God, I summoned the owls.
And it lit.
Oh, it's going.
Did it do it again? Yeah. Okay, see, yeah. Literally, your story came up like that, and it shocked me. And I was like, what? And I was like, and I realized that I just made a mistake and like clicked it on. So yeah, you totally.
Well, hey, I mean, it still probably meant something. There's probably still meaning in that.
You know what?
Maybe it alerted you, and you were more alert. And then,
it was like, I don't need pre-workout.
Yeah, exactly. You got your heart rate going.
I'm ready to go.
That's so funny.
Okay, so we have we got to move this podcast along because we are chit-chatting. Matter of fact. Do you have your fact?
Yes.
Okay. Matter of fact is where we present a fact to the other host, and we ask the person, have you ever heard about this fact? And we say yes or no. And then we have a little convo about what interesting details come about from this fact, and then the other person goes. So this is all about knowledge, y'all. This is all about learning things that we didn't know, or maybe we do know. Because every time I present my fact, Abby's like, "Yeah, I heard about that. I watched that yesterday after a yoga play." I'm like, "Fuck, okay, go ahead."
You want me to go?
Yep.
Okay, so I've realized that mine are always just going to be about animals.
Okay.
And this comes from my story that I was going to tell you. So maybe I'll just start quickly with my story.
Yeah,
and then I'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
The fun fact.
Do that.
So, okay. I was at the beach this week and it was the pink moon. Did you know about the pink moon? The full moon?
No.
So there was a full moon this week, and it was, sometimes the full moons will have like a special name depending on like what's going on.
Okay.
And this one was the pink moon. And it was a rare one. Like it was I think it's not going to happen again for like 25 years or something. And so usually when I'm at the beach, I like try to go on a walk around sunset anyway. But we had like made dinner, and then I was like, it was getting to be dark, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go on a walk and see the moon. And so I'm like walking and
here
at the beach.
Okay.
And it was actually like the most gorgeous moon. It looked like the sun. Like it was vibrant. It looked like orangey pink. And I was like walking on the beach under the moonlight, and I was like reading stuff about, this is my woo-woo side coming out. I was reading stuff about like the best way to kind of like harness the energy of the pink moon. And it was saying that like your intentions would be like supercharged under the moon. Like if you were to, like anything you said would have like triple the effect that it usually does under this moon. And so and like sometimes I'll look up like mantras, but this time I was kind of just like gonna, I was basically just meditating, like doing a walking meditation under the moon. And so I'm walking, and like I had chosen kind of like 3 intentions that I was just like repeating out loud as I was walking. And I'm like repeating the intentions. I'm walking. I'm like in this almost like meditative state. And then I see like a group of people kind of, I had turned around at this point. So I was like I had gone probably like a mile down. I was turned around and I see kind of like a group of people, but it was getting dark, so I couldn't really see. And then I see this like massive, like at first I thought it was a seal, like on the sand. And I like kind of go up and I see this man standing in the crowd, and I was like, is that a turtle? Like a sea turtle? And he was like, yeah. And so the sea turtle had like come out of the water and was like going to try to lay her eggs. And there were all of these people there. And like, I know a little bit about sea turtles to the point where I knew that was not good, that there were that many people around, because sea turtles are very sensitive, especially like mamas that are about to lay their eggs. And so I was like what was I going to do? I was doing everything I could to like tell people to like stop, like, cause they had their phones out. They were taking videos, shining the flashlight. Kids were walking like directly in front of her path. It was stressing me out. And then, she just kept going. And then people started kind of leaving, and then there was nobody there. And so I called my mom, and I was like, you guys have to come down here and see this. Like it was insane. And so my family comes down, and it's like just us, and like everybody had left, and nobody had like called the wildlife people. Like nobody was doing anything for this turtle. And so my mom and I kind of like stepped off, and we were like trying to find, I like called the local police department. They didn't answer. I'm like, okay. So then we found like the sea turtle people, called them, and she was like, oh my gosh.
Wait, you found sea turtle people?
There's like there's like sea turtle,
like an organizations for every beach that like protects. Oh,
it's like
I didn't know that.
The preservation.
I didn't know. Okay.
That like come and mark the nests and stuff.
Gotcha.
And so we called them. She was like, thank you so much. She was like, step away, like get away from the turtle. Like make sure, she was like, basically I need you to like blockade the entire area, make sure no one comes up.
Okay.
And so my family and I are just like Caleb's at one end of the beach, I'm at the other end. My mom's like, oh, like we're literally like protecting this turtle. And then the sea turtle lady comes out, and she's like asking me some questions about like how long the turtle had been out there and all this stuff. And she's, and at that point it was so dark that we couldn't see the turtle anymore. Like we didn't know what was going on. And then this couple comes down.
You're gonna make me mad.
Yeah. This couple like comes down from the boardwalk, and basically just like walks directly in front of her path. They like have their phones, they're talking really loud, they have their lights out, and the sea turtle woman like ran up to them and was like trying to get them to get out of the way, and they like weren't listening. They're probably just like, you know, and they're in their own little world. And then at that point we saw the turtle had turned around to come back, which is not good, meaning that she like wasn't able to lay her eggs. And they call it a false crawl, meaning that like she didn't feel safe enough to lay her eggs. So she had to come back in the water. And like in that situation, unfortunately, sometimes they just like dump the eggs in the ocean. Like the turtle will just kind of like, and then obviously the babies can't survive. So it was really sad, that part of it. But anyway, so then my mom and I were just like freaking out about this experience. Like, what are the chances? And like the man that I had talked to, I was like, he was like, I've lived here for 10 years. I've never seen anything like this. And I'm like, what are the chances that I'm like walking on the beach, speaking my intentions under the moon, I stumble across a sea turtle. You know, I was looking up like spiritual meaning of crossing paths with sea
Abby
turtle.
went to the library and pulled up the
my mom bought us t-shirts. We have protect and preserve with sea turtle in the back. But anyway, so we were reading all about sea turtles, and there's some really fun facts. So that's
okay. I love that story.
Temperature determines the sex of sea turtles, the baby ones. So unlike humans, baby sea turtles do not have sex chromosomes. Their sex is determined by the sand temperature during incubation. Cooler sands produces more males, and warmer sand yields more females. So like they don't, like the gender is literally determined by the temperature, which is crazy. And then this is what was the craziest to me. So the tiny hatchlings possess an incredible internal magnetic compass, which they use to navigate the open ocean and eventually find their way back to the exact same beach where they were born. Wow. So the mama that we saw, likely
was born there.
And there were multiple nests that had been marked along the beach, and there's a good chance that like those were her sisters.
Wow.
And they had all,
that is like kind of creepy.
I know.
Like happily creepy, kind of like spooky.
Powerful, like, yeah.
Wow.
And so there were, and like, so we were looking that up too. Like basically it's just like the sisterhood of turtles, like come back to the same beach because that's where they were born. And I'm just like out of the entire...
that makes me even more fucking mad that Cheech and Chong over there were walking and didn't let...
Caleb was so mad at these people. Like, and we stayed out there. We were out there for like 3 hours because we were having to make sure that like we were having to tell people to like make sure that they weren't coming up. And so we had been waiting and so then we were just like, oh my God, like it was just so frustrating and sad. And Caleb was like, I want to go find them and tell them that they, that like they're the reason.
By the way,
yeah.
So was the turtle like just sitting in a place to deciding whether or not to lay, or was it like taking a slow step?
It's a really, really slow process for them to get from the beach to the top of the dunes where they lay the eggs. And so she had gotten like 3/4 of the way to the dunes, and like she was probably at the dunes, like when the couple came down, and then she turned around, and it takes like 20 minutes for them to do their eggs. And like whenever they get to the dunes and like they find their spot, they enter this like meditative, what's the word? Like trance-like state. And so they have to feel safe. Like they have to know that they're in a safe environment. So that's why the lights and the sound will make them feel unsafe. And so I knew that the timing, like, and I also was just like the lady didn't know and she couldn't see. So she was like, how long has she been up there? Is there a chance that she could have laid the eggs? And I was like, no, because it hadn't been 20 minutes. Like she had just gotten there. And so she had turned around and come back. So, and then we like watched her come back, and then we could see, once she was back in the water, we could see her trail. And so then every night after that, I was like going to the beach and like looking and trying to see if I could find another one, but we didn't.
No. Is it possible that she did and the kids...
She could have come back another time, because the next morning I went out, or 2 mornings after, Caleb and I went on a run on the beach, and the turtle people were out there marking a nest, like one block down from where... So she could have come back the next night and tried to lay. So
that is so interesting. Really detailed, really, really informative.
So now my obsession has shifted from owls to turtles.
That feels very that mix between like National Geographic story and Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Stranger Things.
Yes. Yes.
It's kinda,
Under the moonlight.
Yeah. I like that. Okay, my fun fact. A major corporate consulting firm recently polled white-collar professionals and found that over 60% of the people openly admitted they no longer look at their careers in 5-year intervals. In fact, the average professional now categorizes long-term strategy as anything happening 90 days from right now. That is interesting.
Yeah.
I am not like this. It's saying that people are having trouble visualizing a future any further than 18 to 24 months out.
That makes me feel very seen personally.
That's interesting.
Yes. I've always had a really, really hard time with the 5-year plan thing.
Okay.
Like it's never resonated with me. It's always made me super, super anxious when people ask me that.
Yeah. Like, what's your 5-year plan? Yeah.
Like I've never known. And to be honest, like, I don't know. Like it's never worked for me. I don't know if it's because of my age.
Okay.
Or like everything they just said.
Yeah.
But like, I agree. Like if anything, I can have like a 6 month, like I can see like 6 months into the future in that way. But like,
does thinking further than 24 months seem scary or like illogical?
It seems illogical to me because like I think about my life and like obviously I think it's good to have goals and like ambitions, but like my life has changed so much over the past, like, I don't know. I just feel like so much can change even within like a week, like, and you just don't know. And like, I don't know. I've never been that type of person that can like see a 5-year plan and like find the steps. Like I feel like I flow too much.
Do you think that that will change as you're 29?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that will change as you get older? Or do you think that this fits for you? Thinking about my 1 year to 2 year is how I want to do it. Do you feel like it's dangerous at all? Do you feel like, man, I wish I saw this 5 to 8 years?
I do. I think there's something to be said about like intention setting and like manifesting. And I've definitely like seen the power in that and have done that. But I've never put like a timeline on it. You know, like I think I could probably be a little bit more intentional about like, because I genuinely believe that like speaking things into the universe and making a plan and like setting a goal is what makes it happen. Like you have to say it in order for it to happen. And so I think if I really sat down and visualized what I wanted my life to look like in 5 years and like mapped it out, that would be a beneficial exercise. But like, I don't know. For some reason, it gives me anxiety.
Doesn't feel like you.
It doesn't feel like me. No.
Yeah.
Like I see the benefit of it and I think it probably would be good, but it doesn't feel natural for me.
I also feel like you, one of the things that is not necessarily supporting that is that when people ask it, they ask it from such a corny cliche way because it's just the thing that they heard. They can't tell you why it's beneficial.
Right.
They're not coming from like a lived experience.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's your 5-year plan?
Yes. It feels like an interview question.
Yes.
That has ulterior motives to the point where it feels like it's coming from like an icky place.
Yeah. Answer this wrong, you won't get the job.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of
and that's what I've always felt about it is I'm like, I feel like someone actually asked me this a couple months ago and I like froze and I was like, and I almost got like defensive.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know. And like, I feel like I should know. And the fact that you're asking me that makes me feel like you're going to think less of me because I don't have a 5-year plan.
Ooh, you just hit a nerve. It's almost just like, bitch, what is your 5-year plan for me?
Right.
How are you going to make this job as comfortable as it possibly can for me to stay here 5 years? I'm not going to, you don't deserve me to commit to this role for 5 years.
100%. And
are you kidding me?
And that's what it was, is the person who asked me the question, it was coming from a selfish place, because they were wanting me to, commit to them and their business in a way where I was like, I'm not doing that. And like, that's something else about the 5-year plan that bothers me, is I'm like, I like to take things as they come, and that's honestly why I've always had a hard time like committing to a corporate job, is because I'm like, I don't like to lock myself into anything. Like I like to see how things flow. Once I get to know people, and sometimes it takes like a year to like figure out who somebody is, or like what it's like to work somewhere, or what a relationship is like. Yeah. Like
90% of the time.
And so like, I need to get a feel for people over a couple years before I can like sign my name on whatever and like commit to something and commit to a plan. And so it's like, you know, and because I have so many things going on in my life. You
better preach. I'm sorry. You better preach. Keep going.
Like I have so many things going on in my life that are on different timelines. So it's like, I have my life at home timeline with you and like this relationship and this, you know, this portion of my life. Yeah. And then I have like my friendships, and then I have like my personal business, which then has all of these other offshoots of clients and, opportunities and relationships. And then I have like my personal relationship with Caleb and like my family, and then like my family's kids and like all this stuff. So it's like, all of these things are on different timelines. I don't know what people are going to need from me, what I'm going to feel called to at different points in my life. And I would hate to lock myself in on a 5-year plan and that take me away from an opportunity that could take me in a completely another direction that is what's meant for me, or like is what's really cool. And like, I just never want to close the door on an opportunity because it doesn't fit into my 5-year plan.
100%. 100%. And also, all these things that you've learned, people within them, or all those things that you've listed, one person within every one of those proved something to you.
Yeah.
Like earned.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like when did you come on board the Life at Home? Was it
4 years
20?
ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There were certain things that I know. Well, I won't speak for you, but I'm assuming that you may have seen me act in a certain situation or respond to some sort of difficulty.
And it took time for me to learn that about you and like learn.
Yeah.
And like something else that I've had this thought, because I did this exercise like 2 years ago where I was super, super unhappy with my job and my life. I just was like in a bad place. And I was like desperate. And I had seen something about how if you started journaling, pretending like you were living your dream life, you could manifest it. And so I started journaling as if I was living my dream life, or the life that I wanted. And so I would, write like, today was a great day. I woke up, I worked for myself. I went and taught a yoga class, and that was not true. None of it was true. I was like working this terrible job that I hated, but I was writing from the perspective of the life that I wanted and the person that I would be in that life.
Right.
And then like, that's my life now.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. I'm so happy in this life, but it's like, now I'm having like even bigger dreams, Yeah. And it's like, if you would have asked my 5-year plan 2 years ago, I would have said, this is my dream, the life I'm living now. I don't want anything else. I don't want anything more. Yeah. But like, now that I'm in this life, I can still be happy and grateful. But I'm like, now I have even bigger dreams and I like want to do more. Yeah. And so I just feel like the older you get, the more you're allowed to continue to dream bigger. Yeah. Add on. And like add on. Yeah. So it's like, don't ask me about my fucking 5-year plan. Yeah. Because what you're really saying is, make your make your worldview so small that like
people that ask that, especially in that like interview role, are asking you to pay before your meal comes.
Yes, that's what it is, and it's like,
which is so insulting.
Like I've had two years now of this dream life that I've loved, and it's opened me up to all of these other things and opportunities, and now I want even more, and I wouldn't have known that
100%,
5 years ago.
100%. Add on like 2 good years should show you how to make 5.
Yes.
Right?
And like continue to raise the bar for yourself.
100%.
Yeah. Your expectations should be increasing every year.
Yeah. And so the answer to that is if someone's like, what's your 5-year plan? The answer is to not get it right.
Yeah. I don't want to know.
Whatever the plan is, I don't want to hit it.
Yeah. And I hope that like in 5 years, my life is so much greater than my wildest dreams.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to know.
Yeah. The only answer is to make another one, before the 5 years is up, or something
exactly.
like that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was great. I was over here like, you better talk, girl. Let's go. Abby made me do jazz face like,
we entered a flow state.
Okay, so I think we're gonna save the vitamin. I asked Abby to like grab like her like top 3 favorite supplements or vitamins. You guys listen to the next podcast. The next podcast, we're going to add that we're going to do that in the almost nothing portion. This time we'll do almost nothing. And Abby is the one that normally.
I intro this.
Intro that, yeah.
Okay. So this is our almost nothing segment where we talk about a tiny delight, a personal win, or a recommendation.
Okay. So I'm stealing from my girlfriend because I 100% now feel like because I've just adopted this at my place for myself, and it's not even so much that I like enjoy it. It's like now it just feels like a rule for me.
Yeah,
shoeless in the place, like shoeless,
no shoes,
and it's because. It's because I cleaned up the other day. Sometimes when you just like see a bug, you're just like, it kind of makes you think my place is not clean enough.
You're like, I'm living in squalor.
Well, I'm the nastiest person in the world. How dare you disgusting yourself? It's just like, you are just
I feel the
trash.
Same way.
You're garbage. You're something. Even looking at myself in the mirror, just slapping myself. You piece of shit.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's totally how I feel.
So I went and bought so many.
Yeah.
I also love to buy cleaning products. But it's just like, okay.
You're like spraying pesticides.
Oh, yeah. I saw a bug. I'm just like, fuck this. I turn off what I do. Yes. I get in my car. I go.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then it's just like, you're just like, well, am I making my floor or my environment more welcoming? Or does it feel like outside to these bugs?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like,
we were talking about bugs.
I know.
I thought you were saying like, are you making the environment welcoming to people? No. But you're talking about bugs.
Yeah, I'm like, is that bug like? This looks like
there's some little like.
This is kind of like out there by the garbage can. I kind of like this. Thank you, Doc. I'm just like, fuck. So I gotta clean up, and whenever I see a bug, it's just like I gotta get this.
Yeah, it's a trigger.
So, but her place, it's just.
Spick and span. No shoes.
Yeah. And so, and it's just like, it's a rule for me now. So now I got to get, so you know how people have the welcome mat outside?
Yeah.
Now I need one inside.
Yeah.
I need one inside. So as soon as you come in, that's where the shoes go, white feet, that kind of thing. And it's just like, because sometimes.
It's also like, it's kind of like a sacred thing too, to be like, you're entering a new space, like we're leaving. Yeah. It's like a symbolic in a way.
Yeah, shoes off feel makes more comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, it's, if you think about it, it's actually like absolutely disgusting to like have your shoes on. Like you're walking around God knows where.
Girl.
Especially when I'm in New York, I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes I get into the house and I'm like, I don't even want to sit on your couch in my outside clothes. Like, I feel like, especially if I was on the subway, I'm like, I need to go take a shower and like change.
Because you were literally look what she sent me.
Yes.
Did you see
Caleb
this?
sent this to me.
He
yes,
did?
He sent that exact same thing to me. Yes. It's disgusting.
So I'm showing Abby a news kind of panel that says just one shoe step spreads millions of germs such as poop bacteria onto your living room floor. I 100% agree with this.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. This is just like, no.
Yeah, look.
That is so...
He literally sent me the same thing.
Oh, my girlfriend's going to be like, see?
Yeah.
This is why... Yeah.
Yes. And like, it's funny because he sent that to me. And like, this is an example of like in a relationship where like you start like you kind of ping off each other because like he was never like this, but
Yeah.
I was. And especially when we got our new floors and our new carpet, I was like, you better not be walking on our new $10,000 or $11,000 floors that we just had to get a freaking payment plan for with your outside shoes. And I would get so mad, especially when we first moved in, and he like didn't care as much, but now he
start to see it. We start to come around.
Yep.
This is and then you sweep. And it's just like, how the fuck am I walking around in this?
Yep.
Like 3 sweeps and you're just like, this is disgusting.
You're like, no wonder the bugs love it here.
Yeah. So I need to get I sweep and I mop. I do that. But also remember what I had for Life at Home, the workout floor? I need to get one of those where it like sprays out and you just like sweep
like a Swiffer.
Or something like that. Yeah, I need to get another one of those. So
yeah, I think the yoga studio that I teach at, every single day, like when the closing like whoever teaches the class has to close, and like one of the tasks is to vacuum and mop the floors, meaning that yoga studio gets swept and mopped every single day.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, this is kind of overkill, but I'm like, I've never thought it was gross in there. It never smells bad. There's people sweating and, being gross in there, but like it never feels gross because it's cleaned multiple times a day, every single day.
Yeah.
After every class.
And it's kind of like a wood floor, right?
Yeah.
See, think about some of these gyms that don't have, they have the mats and the stuff and it's not.
You will, oh my God. I went to a class the other day and it literally said, do not bring your own mat. Mats provided. And I was like, They were the squishy mats.
Oh yeah. With the thing. Yeah.
The class was heated. Everyone's dripping sweat. I'm like, this is disgusting. I'm going to get MRSA.
And that's kind of the thing now too.
Because they want it to look uniform for the pictures. They want all the mats to be the same. That's why it is. Well,
they also want, the Insta stuff to look ultra sweaty. The sculpt classes is just like, it's almost like, it has to have like this hot yoga feel to it. It's like, well, everybody's not going to stop doing that. Stop turning it all. Stop turning the heat up in here.
It doesn't need to be that hot. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm over that. Like, I don't need it. I don't need to heat. It's hot enough outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in a heat wave.
Yeah. This is South Carolina, right?
Put the AC on.
Yeah. Okay. Your last time
we didn't do mine. We realized.
And my girlfriend was like, you didn't let Abby do.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. I have a couple options. Okay. So you might have seen this. There's this guy on Instagram who has written this. I don't know if he wrote it. I think he did. And it's a little jingle, a little song. And at first I was like, this is kind of dumb. But it kind of stuck with me. And then it came up again. And then I saved it. And then now I sing it every single day. I'm not going to sing it, but I'll play him. I'll play him singing it.
And this is a tiny delight.
It's a tiny delight and a recommendation.
Okay.
So just for audio only, he's tapping his forehead and then he's tapping his chest and then he's tapping his stomach. Okay. So as he's singing it, he for each verse he's tapping his forehead, he's tapping his heart, he's tapping his belly.
Okay.
And this is the song.
Every single cell inside my body, every single cell is happy and well. Every single cell inside my body, every single cell is happy and well. I'm so glad every single cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every single cell in my body is happy and well.
I believe in that.
And so his thing is that he he stands in the sun,
Mm-hmm.
like he does it in the morning and at night, and he sings that and he taps. And I've been doing it, and it's like, even if I'm like in the car, and like sometimes I'll just like the song will be in my head, and then I'm like, well, if it's in my head, I might as well just sing it and do the tapping. And so I've been doing it like multiple times a day, just because it's a, you know, it gets stuck in your head in a good way. And I think it's just the best thing ever, because it's a moment of gratitude where you're like, I'm so freaking happy and blessed that I'm healthy, and that like every single thing in my body is functioning. And I'm healthy. And then it's also manifesting. Like
it's positive reinforcement.
It's positive
your ears are hearing it.
Yes. And so you're like, even if you might be getting sick or whatever, you're like, no, I'm good. Like I'm healthy. Every single cell in my body is happy and well. And like, I just love it.
I believe in the power of words. I come from, I'm not necessarily a religious individual, but we were raised down here in the South, life and death in the power of the tongue.
Yeah.
That kind of, if you say it, if you're listening to this and you don't necessarily agree, in the morning, every day, stand in the mirror and just go, I feel like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Do that every morning. When you don't even feel like shit, just say that, and it'll start to mess with you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's so true. Yeah. And like, I saw, now that this guy's on my algorithm, my feed is just like so positive and sending me. And there was another girl that was saying that she's like, it's not rocket science, but she's like, I've started praying, and it's like, doesn't matter who you're praying to or what you're praying for, but it's like, she's like, the first thing I think about when I open my eyes is like, I'm so happy I'm alive. Like just like, thank you. Like, thank you for my health. Thank you. Like I'm alive. And
that's
she's
big. And
then like, as you're falling asleep, just like, thank you. Like whoever you're thinking, like whatever, it doesn't matter. Like just acknowledging that you're in your body's healthy, and that everything's okay.
Yeah.
And like, if that's the first thing you think about when you wake up and the last thing you think about before you go to bed, and then throughout the day, you're just reminding yourself that you're healthy. Like there's no way that your life's not going to get better.
I could not agree more. Positive thinking, positive verbal reinforcement. If you see it, you watch Scarface every day for a year.
Yeah. It's the media you consume, and then like
that is what's called your diet.
Yes,
that is your actual diet. Your diet is not just what goes in your mouth. It's what you do. It's what you hear. It's what you say. It's your thoughts. That kind of thing. Yeah. Great episode, guys. Remember, we want to hear your voice notes. So send us a DM voice note question about anything in the world other than politics, because this podcast is called Almost Everything, and that means almost everything except politics, because this is a show where you get to step away, learn something new, something lighthearted, something valuable, like putting kittens in your hoo-hoo.
But hey, every single cell inside our bodies are happy and well, because we don't got that. We don't got that going on.
You guys have been great.
Go in peace.
Good episode, ma'am. All right.